Hello. In the first part, we went over the interface of the bridge. Let's go over a little bit about the interface of the actual Photoshop work area, and even start with bringing in images. When we wanted to last time open up the bridge, we went to File and Browse in Bridge, and it opened it up. And we could do that again, but I wanted to show you another feature that Photoshop has, and that's the mini bridge. So File and Browse in Mini Bridge, and you'll see a bridge pop up down here for you to work with. This bridge is actually cool. It's a lot just like the regular bridge, only it's within the actual Photoshop workspace, so that saves you a little bit of time from going back and forth between the two of them. You can go ahead and do a couple of things with this mini bridge. You can add your photos to it first of all, and that's kind of interesting, one of the things that you can do with this. Let's say if we have our first photo and we want to bring it in, we can just double click on it, and you'll see that it pops up right there. If we were to go ahead and double click on another one, it would open up the next photo, but in a different document. You can see the two documents up here. Another way that we can do this is by dragging and dropping. So we can drag and drop it up here, and you'll see that this is now our background. We can take a photo and we can drag it up to the bar here and drop it, and that opens it up as a second document as well. So now we have the two of them that we can go through. What we can also do is open as a layer. So if we take this document and drag it up into this one, you'll see that Photoshop puts it here, kind of like puts it in place, it's called. At this point, you can either say, okay, no, I don't want that in there, and hit the delete key, and it's done. Or you can confirm that this is where you want this photo, and you can even resize it a little bit to match the other one, like that, if you wanted to. And then this check mark up here, just click on that and it will place it in here permanently. But not only that, it turns it into a smart object, and you can see the smart object icon over here in the layers panel. We'll talk about smart objects later on. Right now, all you need to know is that they are really incredible to work with. They're just absolutely awesome. We'll go over those quite a bit later on. Another thing that we can do with the mini bridge is that we can make it a floating window, or we can dock it within other panels. So if we took the mini bridge tab and dragged it up here, you notice that blue highlight going around this entire panel? That means we can drop it in there and it becomes part of it. We could drop it in between two panels and it creates another panel all on its own. We could even take it and put it in the sidebar here, so that if we clicked on it, we could open it. We could even take our mini bridge and we could bring it into the workspace and drop it. When we drop it here, it becomes its own. Actually didn't work too well for me that time. Let me put it back down here, and you can see it kind of blew up a little bit on us. But I put it back down here for a second. Now if I drag it into the workspace from there, it becomes a floating window, and I can take my floating window and I can put it outside of Photoshop, but it's still mini. It's still really easy to work with, and I like that. If you also look at the interface on here, it's really customizable just like the bridge is. Let's start with these panels here. These panels, we have the first one is colors and swatches. We have adjustments and styles, layers, paths, and channels. And all of these can be closed. They can all be dragged into other ones just like we could on the bridge. They could be put into their own window if we want them to. So we have all kinds of options with that. We can also take these and lay them into the sidebar here. And let me go ahead and see if I can get that into the sidebar. It's not going in there for me. Let's try one more time. It's not going in there. Um, oh yeah, we can get in here in another way. Let me show you how to do that. If we go to the Windows button up here, these are all the different panels that we have. The ones that are check marked are the ones that are actually active right now. The active ones are the ones that are in the top in each window. So that's what these check marks mean. If I have colors and swatches open here, colors is the active one, so colors has a check mark. If I click on swatches, you'll see that swatches now becomes the top and active one. If I wanted to open up a window that wasn't open before, say, let's see, notes is not open or navigator is not opened anywhere, right? So if I click on that, it actually opens up in the sidebar. And if I close the little arrows, it closes down. I can click on it to open these things up. The histogram, these different ones pop open. You can also click on these double arrows to expand all these windows, so you have those accessible to you. Just click the little double arrow to collapse them again. If you want, you can take these ones and you can place them into the windows. And now this has to be open. I was trying to do it before by dragging them in there with this closed, but if this is open, then I can bring my panels in here, because then I can get the blue windows for dropping it into a panel, or dropping it and making it its own window in that panel like that. But I like my styles over here. Let me put this back where I like it to be, and right there. So that's really easy to do. Another thing, as you can see now, my layers is the third one here rather than the first one like it was in the past. So I can just take this and move it over, and now it is the first one. So that's kind of nice to work with. You can also right click on these and get them to close. You don't need to have them. You can do auto collapse, and you have interface options, minimize, all these things here. Those are pretty cool to help get your workspace set up just the way that you want it to be. Something that's really cool is what we can do after we get the images in here. So as far as the basic interface goes and setting up your workspace, that's really those ways that you can do it. So I'll end this little tutorial here and see you at the next one.